Hi, I'm Bill Ritchie, and today I'm testing Mini Halfwood Press number 87 from the 2010 collection. And this press is going to Germany, to Christoph Carbonet. I'll be testing it with a plate that I etched. I'll show it to you in a minute. But first, I want to go over what comes with the press. It has a box that fits underneath, and inside the box, I call the box Printmaker's Accessories, we have a certificate of authenticity that I created for Christoph. It comes with 2 wool felt blankets. I'll be using these older blankets for my demonstration today. It comes with a gripper pad, which I use to put underneath the press to keep it from sliding around. I make a DVD of the test, the same DVD you're watching, and that goes with the press. I include a brand new test plate and a little booklet about copper test plates. Here's a little mini book. Inside the mini book tells the story of this particular press, the woods that were used, etc. There's an Allen wrench and instructions for keeping the wheel hub tight. This is the plate that I'll be using for the demonstration, and when I'm finished printing it 2 times, I will mount the plate on this card. And the card has some details about artist trading cards on which this etching is modeled. Here's the user's manual. I include a bookmarker. And I like to put in a couple of postcards for the 2011 series and a business card. That's what comes in the box. I'll describe some of the features of the Mini Halfwood press. First of all, the bed plate. This is a polycarbonate plastic, very hard, as hard as steel, but very lightweight. 2 rollers for the pressure, and the bed has safety stops so that it's not likely to go out too far. The driving wheel is stainless steel, 8-inch diameter, and has a set screw which is set on a flat spot on the shaft, and we use the Allen wrench for making sure that the set screw stays tight. We adjust the pressure with these pressure screws. Clockwise tightens it, counterclockwise loosens it. And on the sides, I've created roller rulers on both sides of the press. That way it helps if the user wants to line up the block with the numbers on the roller rulers. As I said, since the press only weighs 12 pounds, it's very easy for it to slide around. So I have the gripper pad to put underneath the press. When I set the press up for printing, I first tighten the bed, the top roller all the way down to the bed. And then I back off and I count the turns, or half turns, so that they are about equal, usually about 10 half turns. That gives me the space I need to put in the blankets. The 2 blankets, one is the sizing catcher, the thin blanket, and the other is the roller blanket. The sizing catcher goes on the bottom, and the roller blanket goes on top. That gives me the space I need to feed the blankets in, and then I center them. And when they're centered, I tighten it back down. clockwise. And it's about 5 or 6 half turns, but it's partly by feel that I judge whether the pressure is correct. You get a sense of that after some practice. That makes the press ready to print. So now, I'll ink up the plate and get ready to print. Before I started today, I mixed up some ink. This is a violet with a little bit of black in it. I have rubber gloves to keep my hands clean, some clean rags, telephone book paper, a little hot plate, some mat board chips, the printing plate of course, another gripper pad, and before I started an hour or so ago, I soaked 2 pieces of paper and I blotted them off and put them in this plastic bag. I like to warm the plate when I apply the ink. It softens the ink, makes it easier to wipe into all the textures, but not too hot. Then when I have the ink well into the textures, I'll use tarlatan, which is a stiff cheesecloth fabric, to even out the ink. The gripper pad keeps it still while I wipe on it. Now the image is pretty clear. I'll switch once again to the paper wipe. Now the image is quite clear. I'll clean the edges a little bit and then I'll do the hand wipe. If I don't clean the edges, the hand will drag ink up from around the edges. Little talcum powder on my hand will dry my hand. You can't wipe a plate with a moist, sweaty hand. Before I print, I clean the edge one more time. Warm the plate slightly. For the benefit of the video, I'll turn around the press. I have a practice of writing a moment number each time I print a print. That is the year, 2011, the month, July, which is 7, the day, the 3rd, and the time by the 24-hour clock, 15:27. And there's trial proof number 1. Okay, that's the first trial proof, and what I'll do now is I'll print a second trial proof and compare the two. I'll keep the one that's not as good as the other, and I'll send the better trial proof to Christoph Carbonet in Germany and mount the plate, and that'll complete the test. So, I'm Bill Ritchie. Thank you for watching.